So, good afternoon. Let us now start. So, this time, and yan, kaya yun ang mahirap sa atin if we're going to continue the online since many are cannot join because of the signal. But then still it is streamed in YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to advise the students na to watch the YouTube streaming. Wait lang, I am going to ano muna. We're going to talk about now is that the learning plans in the context of the 21st century. So the basic education curriculum of the country was enhanced with the implementation of the K12 curriculum. Type yes if lahat ba kayo ay naabot nyo na yung pangadyan. If you experience this, sige nga, thumbs up. Or type yes in the chat if you are the one who's ano po, experience the K-12 curriculum. So this time is wala akong nakita na chat in the chat. Okay. So the K-12 program covers kindergarten and 12 years of basic education, 4 years in the junior high school, and 2 years in the senior high school. This is to provide sufficient time for mastery of concepts and skills. That is the purpose why we are having the K to 12 in order for us to develop our skills and for us to become 21st century learners. So, um, the purpose of the K to 12 program is to develop the lifelong learners and prepare graduates for tertiary education, middle level skills development, employment, and entrepreneurship. Yeah. For us to be trained to become ano, to work and to have business. So the implementation of the K-12 curriculum is expected to contribute to the country's development in various forms. It is believed to necessary to improve the quality of our education, which is critical to our progress as a nation. So what are the features of the K-12 curriculum? One of the features of the K-12 curriculum is in order for us to be trained in information, media, and technology skills. Yan. Learning and motivation skills also. Then effective communication skills. During our orientation, I mentioned this, that if for us to have to develop our communication skills and life and career skills. So the development of these skills can be done with the aid of technologies for teaching and learning, which is the focus of this course. So from the title of the course is technology and teaching learning. Yan. Technology for teaching and learning. So ibig sabihin, we will use technology in teaching and learning. It's very important. Then, in order for us to prepare on how the integration of technology in the teaching and learning process. It aims to help pre-service and in-service teachers to expand the boundaries of their creativity and of their students beyond the four walls of the classroom. So, ang materials that we are going to use is not only coming from the preparation of the teacher. It can be outside. Ano po? So yan, mula yan sa outside. The integration of technology and the teaching and learning process. It aims to help service I don't, wait. Masyadong ano yung ating okay. So again, narinig ba yung ano ko, yung sa explanation ko through YouTube? Pa-type daw na. Type yes. Okay, so we're going to discuss now the K-12 curriculum. The K-12 curriculum framework. Yan. Pag sinabi ng pinagyamang programa, it's the revised, ano? The enhanced K-12 curriculum. Narinig ba? Ah, yes po, narinig. Kanina yon. But by this time, hindi na. Okay. So, in the K-12, the enhanced, pag sinabing pinagyaman, enhanced basic education curriculum. So this is the K-12 Philippine Basic Education Curriculum Framework. Ano yung napansin natin? So before we start, this one is, we will use the technology. What are the technology introduced in TTL1? Amelisa Bariso. May sound ka na ba, Amelisa? Dan Bitis, Dan. What are the technologies introduced during your first semester? Dan Betis, unmute your mic. Jerry Basmayor, what are the technologies introduced during your first sem? Ang iba parang nag-online pero hindi man ano. Eden Barameda.
Ano po ito sabi, sir?
Okay, Jerry. Can you please give me the technology that are used? Technology that is introduced during your first sem?
Yes, sir. During the first sem, there are several technologies that we tackled in this subject.
Like what? What are the
First, sir, is in terms
technology
of
introduced?
education, there is always a laptop.
What
And
else?
we are using, sir, as a cell phone or mobile phone to
Ano pa?
malinaw po, sir, malinaw.
Okay, so these are the technologies being introduced to you during your first sem. Sino pa? Miss Bandola Maria Lilien? Bandola? 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 Rose and Bibon? Rose and Bibon? Merla Copino? Merla? Merla? Merla Copino? Okay.
Sir, hello po, good
Yes.
afternoon po.
Oo.
Ini-introduce po
Open your
yung...
camera lahat. Open your camera. All must open
Open
your
your
camera.
camera.
Para alam ko kung nandiyan ba talaga kayo. Okay? Open your camera.
Good afternoon po, sir.
Oo, sige.
Yung yung nano ko po dun sa first semester po, ini-introduce niyo sa amin yung yung paano mo magagamit yung technology sa education. Katulad po ngayon ng pandemic, parang ini-introduce nila na pwedeng gamitin yung Google Meet, yung Zoom po, yung FB Live, and then YouTube.
Okay.
So, yun po.
Okay, so you are taught by your instructor on how this technology are used in the class.
Opo.
Okay, very good. So this time is another is during your elementary and high school and tertiary level, can you please give me integration of technology during the discussion of your teacher, Mariel Lenzo? Mariel, unmute. Naka-off ang naka-off ang...
Pwede po pakiulit, sir?
Yes. Okay, the question is, during your elementary, high school, and college level, what are the technology used by your teacher?
Sir, when I was in elementary, the technology was hindi pa po kilala. So, the technology was the Manila paper and pentel pen that was introduced to us during our class up to my secondary years. And when I starting in college, that was the first time that I used the PowerPoint presentation, the Google Meet, and the other application. The other application used during
So you may now...
the class.
Okay, thank you so much. You may
Okay
now
po.
mute your microphone. Thank you very much for that. So this time, the implementation of the K12 curriculum of the Department of Education paved the way for the enhancement of the teacher education curriculum of the Commission on Higher Education. So the K-12 curriculum, as you can see on the screen, have been thoroughly considered to ensure that all courses in the teacher education program will meet the demands of the 21st century classroom. Yan. Did you see this? Ito, holistically developed Filipino with the 21st century skills. One of the considerations is the need to implement the following salient features of the curriculum through integrating technologies for teaching and learning. The use of technologies is done in the different levels. So ano yung first level natin? The first level is kindergarten. Yan. So this one, it is started in kindergarten. Ito, ulitin ko. So it's, yan. The nature of the learner, sabi ni, started with the philosophical and legal basis. The 1987 Philippine Constitution, it is from the Education Act of 1982, the Republic Act 9155, which is the Philippine Governance Act, and the vision, mission, and statement of the Department of Education. Then also, it is based on the Basic Education Sector Reform Agenda, or the BESRA. So take note of the following words or acronyms: the BESRA and the UNESCO, which is the Four Pillars of Education. So masyadong maliit yung ating text pero naiintindihan naman. Ano po? Anong ibig sabihin? Ito yung mga pinagbatayan kung bakit nagkaroon ng enhanced basic education framework. Bakit nagkaroon ng K12 curriculum framework. Ano yung nature ng learner? Ito yung nature of the learner. The nature of the learner has a body and spirit, intellect, free will, emotions, multiple intelligences, and learning style. Okay. Kabadan Betis, kapag nagkakanta ka habang nag-lesson or sa bahay nyo, kumakanta habang nagre-review. Ano ba yung learning style mo, Angeline Bilien? Ikaw ba yung tipong nanonood ng TV habang nagre-review? Angeline, saan ka mas natututo? Unmute your microphone.
Sir, ano po? Para sa akin, sir, mas natututo ako kapag hindi masyadong maingay sa paligid, sir.
Okay. Saan ka mas mahilig? Mahilig ka saan? Sa nature?
Nature, sir.
Nakula ng tasa ko kaya nagulok si Jerry Basmayor. Sige. Yes, ano po? Yeah, open your cam. Lahat po naka-open ang cam. Ito si naka-off ang cam mo, Lenlen, Eden, Fatima, Homer, Amy. Open your cam ha. Majan Legaspi, Marjon, Merla, Sha, Rose, and Bibo. Ano yung hilig mo? Mahilig ka saan? Sa nature, sa language, sa dance? Saan ka mahilig?
Ano, sir? Ay, ako pa ba?
Opo, saan ka mahilig? Mahilig ka sa numbers? Mahilig ka ba sa numbers? Saan ka mahilig?
Music, sir.
Okay, music. Pasample nga dyan.
Nasupog ako, sir.
Okay, so si Angie, pag sinabi natin multiple intelligence, is we are considering kung saan magaling yung mga bata. Iba-iba. We have different characteristics. Okay? We are different from each other. Yung needs of the learner is the life skills, self-actualization, preparation for the world of the work, entrepreneurship, and higher education. Ano yung needs natin? Ang needs natin ay magkaroon sila ng skills, and that it is life skills, self-actualization, and we are preparing them in the world of work. Same with you that we are preparing you to become teachers someday, that we are preparing you in the world of work in teaching. Next, the needs of the national and global community. This is very important, my dear students, because we are aiming to develop a global learner, globally competitive. So dapat we are also developing ourselves to become a globally competitive teacher. So ano ba yung natin? We wanted to the reduction of poverty and human development, no? Sino ba yung gustong Sino ba yung gustong mahirap na forever? Sino ba yung gusto na Sino ba yung gusto na maging mahirap forever? Wala naman. We wanted na to become kahit hindi tayo yumaman, at least hindi tayo naghihirap, di ba? Strengthening the moral fiber of the Filipino people. Yan, we wanted that na maging maganda ang ating pag-uugali. During the orientation, I already said that na I don't need a very intelligent man. Yung may magandang pag-uugali.
May magkataning.
Oo. Magkataning daabaga. Homer, laka mo. Unmute your microphone. Then, development of a strong sense of nationalism. Yung pagiging nating Filipino, for us to become, ano din yung pagiging nating Filipino. Develop of productive citizens who contribute in the building of a progressive, just, and humane society. Okay. So that is para we can contribute also. Yung simpleng pag-aaral natin ngayon, yung pag-aaral natin today, is we are aiming that we must be developed to become a productive and functional citizen. Ensuring environmental sustainability, ang environmental sustainability, yung mga basic lang ng pagsisegregate ng nabubulok sa hindi nabubulok, di ba? Pag-segregate, Aimee, open your cam. Fatima, Eden May, Rose Ann, yan, Sha, Rebolledo, Marzon. Okay. So global partnership for development that we are able to do to partnership with other agencies, with other offices, diba? Then is the next one is holistically develop the K12 Philippine Education Curriculum Framework. Holistically develop Filipino with 21st century skills, dapat being and becoming a whole person. Take note of that. Ano yung mga skills? Information. Yan. Anong klaseng information? Itong may mga numbers na to, 1HN, DOTT, X4YN. Anong pangalan nito? Pa-rename ng iyong Zoom. Itong 1HN. Sino to? 1HN. Ito. Yan, ito. Itong may siya. Yung damit mo is may pagka-light blue na may zipper sa gitna.
Si Jessica po answer.
Okay. Si Jessica. Sige, rename ko Jessica, ha?
Wait lang po, sir.
I-rename ko yung pangalan mo, ha? Okay. Jessica.
How to rename?
Anong klaseng information that we will give? Jessica?
Yes, sir.
Jessica, ni-rename ko na.
Sige.
Okay. What kind of information? What kind of information we wanted to, po? Yung information natin ay hindi fake news, di ba?
Yes, no to fake news po, sir, dapat.
Able to give what kind of information
it should be
real and authentic.
Yes,
but we are also we should be what? Dapat we are also media and technology skills. Dapat we are able to use the technology and skills. Dapat ang natin is marunong tayong sa ating mga mag-innovate something, especially if we are teaching. That is through practice, and practice. You can able to develop your communication skills if you keep on using and practicing it. Life and career skills. What are the learning areas? Language. So yung Filipino major is under this one, yung sa language. Technology and livelihood education. Mathematics and science, arts and humanities. So these are the different learning areas under that skills. Curriculum in the system to help you develop your skills. Tutulungan tayo ng mga teachers And soon, kayo naman ang tutulong sa inyong mga estudyante. Okay? The materials, facilities, so very important to be used in teaching. Ginagamit. Kanina, sabi ni Merla, there are technologies introduced, the information, communication, and technology. And another one is the school leadership and management. Okay. So kita, even teachers, we are also leaders in the school. Not na naging leader kita Marvin Belardo, not na naging leader kita nakikig si Marvin. How we consider ourselves as a leader.
Pardon, sir?
Paano kita naging leader? Paano tayo naging leader?
So, leader for Mr. Leadership by example. We need to become follower first before we become a leader.
Okay, because we are role learners. Next is the school's division technical assistance, the community industry relevance and partnership. So let's proceed to curriculum. It is learner-centered, inclusive, and research-based. Kaya yung dati, maraming contrast kung walang research, kung walang pinagbatayan. So it's research-based and learner-centered. If we are talking about learner-centered, Bandola Maria Linlin, tinatawag ko to kanina. Bandola Maria Linlin. Ano po ba yung learner-centered? Raymond Barcenas. Raymond. Centered, anong ibig sabihin? Hello.
Yes po, sir.
Pag sinabi natin learner-centered, anong ibig sabihin?
Yan, sir. Learner-centered, sir, it means siya po yung dito tayo natutunan sa dito tayo yung shelter.
The center of the educative process are the learners, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, sila yung mag-benefit, sila yung parati natin papakinggan, sila yung tatawagin natin, sila yung i-check natin. Dapat hindi more on si teacher ang nagsasalita. Dapat there is sharing and interaction coming from the learners. Standard and competent-based, seamless, and decongested. Yan na ngayon ang K12 program. Culture responsive, in culture response, insensitive, integrative, and contextualized, relevant, and responsive. And yung K12 curriculum po natin, flexible, ICT-based, and global. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, It's not only in the country, but also throughout the world. So this is the enhanced basic education curriculum, standards and principles that the learner-centered, inclusive, and developmentally appropriate, relevant, responsive, and research-based nabanggit natin kanina. Use sabi natin pedagogies or are used for elementary learners and secondary learners. For college, for adult learners, it is more on andragogy. Okay. And multilingual education. So that's why po, it was introduced na there is strengthening of mother tongue base. Bakit? Bakit nagsimula sa mother tongue base? Nagsimula sa mother tongue base among your learners para maging silang proficient also. Diba? So wait for a while ha. I'm going to charge my laptop. Pag sinabi kasing ano, yan, mother tongue base. We wanted to build proficiency para maano din sila, maging bihasa sa language, sa first language, sa L1. Kung mga Bicolano na lumaki sila sa Bicol, the language 1 is Bicol. Language 2 natin is Filipino. Then the language 3 is English. Yan. Okay. So we also use the spiral progression approach to ensure mastery of knowledge and skills in each level. Ano yung pagkakaintindi natin ng spiral progression? Na what we learned in grade 10 to be continued in grade 11. Hindi na uulitin, kundi ipagpapatuloy. Kung anong natutunan sa grade 6 to be continued in grade 7, to be continued pag ganyan, spiral, no? Yung ano yan. Then be flexible enough to enable and allow schools to localize, indigenize, and enhance the same based on their educational and social context. In order for us to, we are using the, pag sinabi natin localize, yung we are contextualizing the materials. Okay, so suited to their level. Ano yung methods natin? Constructivist. We are constructing their own learning, letting them to construct their own learning, their own meaning. Inquiry-based, yan. Reflective, collaborative, and integrative. So yung mother tongue-based multilingual education is building proficiency to be able to promote, ano nga yung dahilan? To be able to promote the child's dominant language and to use it as a language of instruction. Since nagsimula sila sa Bicol, so yun ang gagamitin natin. Mother tongue as a subject taught from grade 1 to 3, where the child's mother tongue is used in instruction and learning materials. Kaya yung may mga bata na dito, may mga anak na dito, is pag tinanong, dapat ang sabihin mo lang is empty. Bakit? Empty means mother tongue. No? Ang iba baga nagsasabi, empty bingaya. Dapat, pag nagtaram ganito yung education. Filipino and English language proficiency. Yan. First quarter and second quarter is more on the oral. Then, pag third quarter to fourth quarter, doon na nagsisimula, nag-i-start na ang kanilang English. Mother tongue is used in instruction and learning materials of other learning areas. Anong ibig sabihin it is used understanding, they will use to understand English and Filipino. Iyon na inisot na pagkakataon na nagta-translate kita. We are asking nung mga bata tayo, ano teacher ang naiintindihan bata, advisable na most of the time, ita-translate natin ang lesson. Okay? Did you get it? Not most of the time, we are going to translate the lesson. The learners retain their ethnic identity, culture, heritage, and values. Children, para maintindihan. It was introduced. Okay. Pagdating naman sa TLE, sa vocational track, TLE given the opportunity to explore from all TLE courses. Okay, so they have also the NC kahit po magkaroon ng NC. Then meron na po silang ano. So this is the session on the K12 framework. Yan. So next meeting next week natin, pero ang susunod niyan is ICT integration in MS for joining with me today. Pa-comment nga. Nag-ano ba tayo ng ating PhilHealth? Comment nga dyan sa ating comment section. Kasi karamihan yung third year and fourth year kailangan mag-asikaso. Anyone? Yan. Di ba magandahin tayo? Sige. Picturean ko nga ito. Para tayong nasa apoy. Kumusta? Nag-asikaso na ba kayo ng inyong ng iyong PhilHealth?
On process na po, sir.
Okay, nag-submit na po ba kayo sa office?
Opo, sir, meron na.
Okay. Uy, maganda talaga yung limited face-to-face. Nag-gets nyo, di ba? Kumusta? ano masasabi nyo? Ano, okay ba sa inyo yung ano?